Okay, now you should start hearing stuff.
Yeah, like I said, I think it's a, I don't know, 30-second delay or so. So we'll see.
Yeah, it should. Now we should. So what's cool here now? See what's cool here is now I have control with this.
Of like which screen?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I think that.
Yeah, just started. Yeah, got the audio now.
Okay, now you should start hearing stuff.
Yeah, like I said, I think it's a, I don't know, 30-second delay or so. So we'll see.
Yeah, it should. Now we should. So what's cool here now? See what,
1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006, 1007, 1008, 1009, 1010, 1011, 1012, 1013, 1014, 1015, 1016, 1017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, 1024, 1025, 1026, 1027, 1028, 1029, 1030, 1031, 1032.
Oh
Yeah, about 30-second delay.
Cool. Yeah, so then I have this control here where I can go. I'm one, you're one, I'm two, and then that's three.
And then is 4 the other screen?
4 is the computer. So, but we don't want to get booted off. But 4 is the computer screen. So let's say that. So what's cool about this now? Let's say that we got like Josh on, like a Zoom call. Remember I was trying to do that? I can go like this, put on the effect, and then I can go. Here, I'll do it with this one right here. So this one I would go like 4.
Oh, and so just like half and half. Oh, nice.
So then it'd be like. So then, if that was a Zoom, we could be talking.
Yeah.
And then I could switch this down here. This shot, I could go to 2. That could be me, or I could do both of us.
Nice.
But I would probably just be between you and me.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's awesome.
So we could do like a live show.
It's awesome.
All right, so I wish we had an audience.
I think that clip's like a minute. Play that clip.
I can't.
Why?
I can do it. Here's what we can do. We can play the clip.
With it off?
But we'll just have you and me.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So we can watch it.
Yeah. So I think we're all right with just listening to it.
Yeah, I think so.
Johnny, I need to talk to you.
All right. So this is.
What's wrong with you? Why you got the weird look all over your face?
Claire's mom just made me grab her Hooters.
Oh,
Snap out of it. What, a hot older woman made you feel her cans? Stop crying like a little girl.
Right,
I wasn't crying like a little girl.
Why don't you try getting jacked off under the table in front of the whole damn family and have some
So I
real
gotta figure
problems?
this out. So what I can do.
What were they like anyway? They look pretty good. Are they real? Are they built for speed or for comfort? What'd you do with them? Motorboat? You play the motorboat?
There you go.
You motorboating son of a bitch. You old sailor, you. Where is she? She's still in the house?
What is wrong with you?
What do you mean what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you?
No, what's wrong with you?
No, what's wrong with you? You're projecting.
Drop it.
You drop it. You stop projecting on me. Why don't you go enjoy yourself while I go ice my balls and spit up blood?
Drop it!
Team player.
Oh, seriously, that's what I love is just the happiness to the anger to the happiness. Oh,
Right.
Great.
Well.
So what is it that you're doing tomorrow? This is the teacher thing?
Yeah. Did I ever check to see if we were in focus on the full? By the way, how's that look up there?
Us?
Yeah.
It looks good.
Like, and I will answer your question, but and let's turn this way and see how it looks. I want you to turn yeah.
With Visible,
not-
you
not
get
that much,
unlimited
but like
data
this
for
much
as little as
right there.
$25
So
a
if you
month.
do that 'cause
But
that
when
light-
you bring a friend, you get a month for
I
$5.
gotta fix that light.
So I'm
See
bringing
that?
everyone
Now,
within
gotta
12
go back
degrees
and
of
see
me.
my-
Damn.
my face, how it
12
changes.
months of $5 wireless.
it's-
Visible
No,
wireless
yeah,
that
it
gets
looks-
better.
Like yeah, like this. So like let me see, right there, or actually turn a little bit more. No, this way, towards me, or towards the camera. Yeah, now, but look at me when you talk.
There he is.
You
It's
look
the
at me when
big
you
guy.
talk.
Get in here. I'm just gonna see what it
Wait
looks
till
like.
you see the spread.
So that's what it looks like
Anything
when
you
I'm
want.
talking to you.
Well, get what you want to go.
On that
Three
camera.
leaves in 25 minutes. We gotta
On
get out
this
of here.
camera.
Oh, what's your
I
problem?
mean, you're looking at
Have
me.
some of
What
this
do you-
stuff.
I mean, it looks good. Yeah.
I didn't get a lot of sleep last night. so
But
I'm
every
fine.
now and again, if you want, you can look at the camera.
Yeah, that could have been.
Yeah.
It could have been the soft mattress, or
All
it
right,
could have been the
so
midnight rape,
Let's do
or
this.
the
Watch.
nude gay art show that took place in my room. One of those. Probably.
Hello,
I had a bit of
faithful.
lack of sleep.
Try one of these.
Hello,
stones.
faithful.
I'm a little too
There it
traumatized
is.
to have a scone. Let's move.
Will you slow down?
So I'm
for a
not
second?
recording any
The
of
whole
this
Hydron
today.
thing backfired.
What I would typically be doing,
She had to leave me and go attend.
I would be recording on separate just in case.
Why are you
But what's
looking
nice
at me?
about this live broadcasting
falling for
is
this
that I have total control. Like it's already
I
there.
just met her.
Exactly.
But what if I miss something?
You can't
Like,
go.
what if I'm talking the whole
Watch me
time?
take this on down
it's
the road.
I'm shot like
Chloe is gonna
you're
freak out
talking,
and throw
but
a
it's on me
shit
the whole
fit.
time.
And it's gonna go into
never
crisis
see your
lockdown
face.
mode here at the house.
That's not the worst thing.
No.
I just have my own sock.
Now,
taped
can we
into
just
my
talk about
mouth
how bad of a
What?
choice this shirt
the
is?
sock
Look
that
at
I
this.
wore around all
What is
day,
this?
playing football in,
I'm gonna get rid of
pouring
these
sweat
things.
in, was shoved into my mouth.
Nothing to
And
make
then
you-
was
The
duct
buttons?
taped
Yeah,
over.
get rid of the buttons.
No, I'm
I,
talking
no, I
about
agree.
man
No, the
boobs.
buttons. Get rid of the buttons.
I'm not
So
gonna
it's
discuss
all
what
open.
happened.
Look at these
Okay?
pants
I felt like
too.
Jodie Foster in
I'm
the
gonna go to
Accused
the
last
Y
night.
on this one.
I'm gonna go home,
You don't need
see
to do
Dr.
that.
Finkelstein, and I'm gonna tell him we got a whole new bag of
Pause
issues.
that, so we're not having this net over there.
Yeah.
What I should do, though, to be honest, is I need to keep this thing right. It's better if this thing's right here, closer.
Yeah, or maybe like, I don't know if it'd be visible, but like another shelf right below that one to the left.
Right
Yeah, like
here?
right there. Yeah,
Yeah.
just boom.
That's where I need to have it.
Yeah, that way you don't have to even reach up. You just, with your left
I
hand.
could have this over there, but I got this just in case. Oh, that's kind of cool. I didn't realize. That would be cool. If I was really going to get nitpicky, I would do the shot so this was up. Mine was up a little bit. So it looks like, when you look at it, it looks like our wide shot. See what I'm saying? Look on the look up here on the monitor.
On
Look
which
at
one?
look right here.
On yours?
See right here?
Yeah.
See how this
Oh,
if I went
yeah.
up just like that,
Yeah. I see what you're saying. Yep.
then it would be like, "God, I gotta do it now. I kind of have to, right? Like I don't think I have a choice.
Well, whatever makes you happy, Jeffrey.
Look at
Yeah, that's, I mean, down just to, that's it right there. Nope. Right there. Yep, that's it. You nailed it.
See, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, so that's what. So what's cool about this? Now I've learned something. If I'm gonna zoom someone in, what I have right there. If you see those right there,
Yeah.
those are these
AirPods?
I have them that go to that. So that's kind of what I was hoping.
So that you can,
So I think what I needed.
so instead of having to blare the TV, you can hear it through the
Yeah.
headphones.
So what I need to do, and I remember I did this before, is I need to run a cable, an audio cable, and run that as 3, and then not run it through the HDMI. Then so my audio output could be earpods, like even those Apple AirPods. Look, I just now lost that one.
Because of the battery or what?
Yeah, will you?
Which one do you think it's in?
It's in that one, right there. Not the first one, the second one.
them now.
Those aren't really the most sturdy. I just built those yesterday, and they're not really that sturdy.
The what? The shells?
Yeah.
These weren't here before?
Oh, they were, but I built 2 new ones. I put up 2 new ones. Yeah. Here we go.
Pick your pick.
All right. So we're at what camera we lost? We lost this camera now.
Yep, right one. Do you not, because before you were just had them plugged in. You don't like leaving them plugged in? Just too many cords or what?
What was plugged in?
I thought you just had like a power cord.
No, I never bought those for these. I want to.
Oh, you didn't?
They're like $60 a piece, and I'm like, it's a lot.
Oh, I thought you had them that one time.
No.
Where do you charge them? Where's your chargers for the batteries?
I have so many batteries, that's why it doesn't really matter. But to answer your question, the chargers, right? Remember you were saying we could actually put a
Yeah,
shelf?
they're over there.
They're right there. Because when I'm out podcasting, I'll just use that as a shelf. Dude, I'm telling you, this is a great place to watch games too, man. Like, I've been enjoying it. good enough. I'm not gonna split too much hairs. Yeah, so that will be the solution for that. So then if I do that, then we could have the earbud, and then we could be talking. And then I'll also have it where I don't have this set up right now, but I also have a button that I can push here that will just send this. So it would just be just the screen and not the three of us, not the monitor.
Okay.
I think a lot of people, because I think some people will get distracted and will be just looking at themselves all the time.
Yeah.
Because I had that comedian, and that was what he was doing.
Just kept staring at himself.
Yeah, he was a douchebag too.
Comedians typically love themselves. Either love themselves or hate themselves. The funny ones usually hate themselves.
Yes, that's why we love him.
That's
You know what we
right.
should do here?
What's that?
We should put on the game
There you go.
so we can watch the game. It's
Are,
not gonna be.
are you cheering for the Suns? I mean the Jazz.
Yeah, for sure. I don't want to play the Clippers.
I don't like the Clippers, so
But here's the thing: is
I don't like the Suns either.
The Jazz aren't. They're not. I don't know the password. Dang it. But I'll show you what I can do here. I think we're good. I think we know. I can see that there. So watch this. Oh, dang it. I need to get this a little bit more. There we go. Now we have the game.
Thanks, Theron.
You know what'd be funny? No, that's not actually not Theron. That's just Theron for like the movies. I do Hulu.
What would be funny?
Well, I've always thought it'd be fun. Not necessarily funny. It could be funny, but I always thought it'd be fun to do like where we watched like Monday Night Football, and we watch the game here, but people tune in instead of listening to the idiots that are doing the regular commentary. They hear our commentary.
Be great, especially like I'm not kidding. There are times, especially in baseball, I have to mute it because I can't stand Joe Buck. I think Joe Buck's the worst.
Yeah, because his voice won.
Yeah, I can't stand his voice.
And then just the cliches and
Yeah,
the
he's-
sports like.
He's just the worst, honestly. I cannot and I would probably get crucified for saying so because I'm sure everyone loves Joe Buck. Man, I think the guy is just the worst.
You know who I love? Just speaking of it. By the
Yeah.
way, first of all, I like. Oh, dang, he got it right in the face. I'm going for the Jazz, but why are they doing like Suns colors? Like why? I mean, yes, I
That's
get
what-
that they have some desert in Utah. I get that.
That's what Jill was asking. She's like, did they change their colors? I said, no. Like every team has. What do they call them? They have like a new name for them, right? Like their alternative
The Valley,
jerseys or
like
city.
yeah. But
like,
they have tons of them now.
well, they're following Premier League soccer. Like Manchester United probably has 40 different uniforms,
As they should.
and they only have like 30 games, and so the fans have to buy 40 different uniforms. I mean, that's why they do it. And so it took a long time, but finally, the NBA, MLB, they're all picking up on it. They're like,
Well-
oh, that's a good freaking idea.
Well, here's some things that I've noticed because I've only, you know how many NBA games I've been to?
How many?
I went one with Andy, and we were like second row, right behind Alice Cooper.
Nice.
And that was fun.
That would be fun.
That was against the Clippers. Who was on the team back then too? There was like some
Well,
pretty
when-
good players.
when would it have
Odom.
been?
Odom was on the team.
Oh, when he was at the Clippers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when was that?
Was
that
that was
before?
after it? That was after he went to the Lakers.
Was it? It might have been after. So,
So,
it wasn't.
like early 2012s or something, 13
Yeah.
maybe, somewhere 11, 12.
I don't even know why I'm wearing this.
I was
hat.
gonna ask you about that. You didn't go with us when we went to Shea Stadium, right?
No.
You only went
I
to
went to
St.
St.
Louis?
Louis.
That was the only one you went to?
Yeah.
And we only did like 2 or 3, but Shea was one of them. We went to Shea right before they tore it down, just like Bush. We went to Bush right before they built a new one.
Right. That's right. No, but there's like 5 things in that I wanted to talk about. One was
Is Alice Cooper overrated or underrated?
he's a cool dude.
I'm just talking about as a musician.
I think he's right where he should be.
Yeah. Because I think most people don't think he's like
No, but
Hall of Fame
but-
worthy.
Yeah, but everyone knows school's out for summer. Come on.
Yeah.
Like there's like classics that like you look at it and go, that was Alice Cooper. That seems so soft rock now.
Well, it is now.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Because even like the like pop bands are like hard. Like a lot of the bands I listen to, they like put metal in it, and I'm like this band Humphreys McGee, it's like they do that dun-dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun-dun. And I'm like, I appreciate it now.
Yeah.
I never could appreciate it then.
Yeah. Yeah, I always felt like Alice Cooper was gonna be short of the Hall of Fame.
I think he's in the Hall of Fame, isn't
He
he?
might be, but I don't know that I'd put him in there. Although, who cares about the Hall of Fame, dude? Like,
Anyway, goes in the Hall of Fame.
you know they don't. At least when last time I went, which 12, 15 years ago,
You went to the Rock and Roll Hall
Yeah.
of Fame? I went and I saw the outside
Cleveland?
of it. I
It's
saw
in
the
Cleveland,
outside of
right?
it. Yeah.
Hey, pause. Can you please turn on the TV? Dad, it's bad. Like, I'll claim the.
Well, watch out for my guitar, damn it.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Will you just come?
Look.
what's bad?
Did you put some
We have
lotion?
lotion.
We're breaking into hives.
Well, it's
Did you
getting
call your
better.
mom and ask her what she should do?
How's the TV gonna stop your hives?
No, we're
It's
just
not.
chilling. We're
Hey,
getting.
Lucy, watch out for the camera.
The lotion's making it feel better. Can you?
So what do you want?
Air.
Yeah, we're live.
We're breaking
Me-
into hives because my
please just
stupid
tell me the
idea
TV
because I
real fast,
rolled
please.
it in the grass.
I'm so sorry. I
So
interrupted you.
what do you need help with?
Wait, I was on living room.
Okay, you should be on living room.
Hey, you just changed ours.
Oops.
Yeah, that's all right. I'll take care of mine. Get out of here.
Now we're watching.
Ours isn't.
Now we're watching fish.
What is not working?
It's honestly projecting.
Don't itch your
Hold on. 1 second.
I'm so sorry, Dad.
All of it's a good thing we love you.
Well, you gotta turn on the projector.
It is on.
No, it's not.
The light's on. Okay, guys. Let's.
That's cool.
Let's from our wet
Well,
rats.
then get 'em up. I don't want to step on wet stuff when I come in your room.
Okay, our bathroom is messy, but I.
Yeah, your bathroom's always messy.
Well, no, it's not.
Just
So when I went to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, they didn't have a display for Led Zeppelin. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
'cause
how
why
do you?
would they?
Why would they? I even asked the employer, whoever was there, I said, how do you not have like a display for Led Zeppelin? Because even I can't remember the Beach Boys had this like huge wall. Beach Boys are cool, but come on, between the Beach Boys and Led Zeppelin,
Oh yeah.
and they're like, yeah, the curator.
American band.
They're, well, that's probably it, but the curator's like, or the employee said the curator hates Led Zeppelin. I'm like, I don't care if he hates Led Zeppelin. Like,
Well,
people come to the Rock
he's
and
the
Roll Hall of
curator.
Fame. Well, he's an idiot. He probably got fired.
He's an idiot and he should be fired.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, a couple things I was gonna say. One, they play music during the game now.
The whole game?
Have you listened?
Not really.
Listen. Listen to the background during the game. All right now.
Is it? Maybe they can only do it when
The home
the
team,
the home team has the ball. I can't imagine they can.
they
do
have
it.
the ball. Yeah, because I was listening to the Suns game and it was like full on like music during the like they're playing, and I was like, it really has become just an.
It's the Suns.
It's entertainment.
Well, yeah,
The Suns,
it definitely
The
is.
Suns.
Yeah,
Just so you know, the Lakers are the ones that introduced this whole thing.
the what? The music?
No, just like LA is all about the hype and about everyone went to LA to elevate themselves.
I noticed. I was listening to the Dodger game today because they were playing in Pittsburgh. The game was like a 9:30 start our time,
Yeah.
and so I was listening to it early, and I was so annoyed. And obviously, the whole purpose, as much as we like to think that these guys, the guys probably do play because they love it, but it's still a business, right? Like the whole purpose of this game right now is so they can have the advertisement right here. So they can have the advertisement on the floor. Like that's the whole purpose of this, is to get people to see ads. And I get that. But man, I was
Well,
listening.
that's how they fund it all.
Yeah,
that's
and
why-
that's all the owner cares about, right? Like ultimately the reason he owns this team is to make money.
For
That's
sure.
why.
Yeah.
And I understand that. But I was listening to the Dodgers game today, and I was so annoyed by how everything had an ad. Like they'd come back from a commercial and they'd say, so and so is the official sponsor of this for the Dodgers, and this and this. And there were, I'm not kidding, in like an hour time there were probably 30 or 40 of them. and I was just so annoyed that like so
That's
much
how,
of it has
but
become.
that's how baseball. How else is baseball going to pay these $20 million salaries? Like they're not filling the fans. Like, even before the pandemic, you weren't going to. Most stadiums aren't being filled in the Major League Baseball. There's certain
Yeah.
teams.
Well, I mean, even the Dodgers don't typically sell out, but they usually have the most attendance every year. Like they're usually between 3 and 4 million visitor or ticket purchases every year.
Yeah, but how much money are they making? I mean, that's got to be a drop in the bucket versus the
Oh,
TV
sure,
deals
yeah.
and all the other business aspects.
I mean, what do you think
of
an
it.
average ticket costs at Dodger Stadium? $50 average? Because you have some that are obviously way
Yeah,
more.
maybe $60.
So what's $3.5 million times $60?
I don't know.
180 million?
I don't know. See, that's what's cool about this. Look at this.
Yeah.
But look at, you can't see it, but it looks pretty cool. Like it's just profiles of us talking.
$210 million if it's an average of $60 a seat.
210 million.
Yep.
Plus all the concessions.
Yeah, which is a lot.
Well, so geez, they're still making a ton.
But
off
two,
of-
but 210. I mean, so they probably about break even just off ticket sales as far as players. They have a lot of other expenses and stuff too. But I would guess the Dodgers are pretty
What's the
close.
salary cap in baseball? Is there a salary cap?
Well, there's just a luxury tax if you go over it. But I don't know. It's
So how many? How much are the Dodgers paying over it right now?
I don't know.
Are they?
Yeah, they're over. They're almost. They're always over because they don't care. They make enough money.
Which is good. It's cool. It's good for the game. Like it keeps the game like Major League Baseball. The Dodgers and the Yankees.
Yeah,
and
they want them to be good.
well, they
right?
have to,
Yeah.
right? But at the same time, for teams like the A's, like you're never gonna be a competitor, a real competitor. Like you can't.
Yeah,
Because
once in a while you might you
Yeah,
might
but
have one year here and there.
where
that,
you've developed like every now and again you get a year where you've got some veterans that came in, and you've got the Billy Bean, the money
yeah,
ball.
you got Barry Zito that
And then
comes
yeah,
in,
and then you get lucky with not lucky, but you have some of your prospects peaking.
yeah, Mark Mulder. Remember they had those guys
Yeah.
like all at the same time. But but the reason it's good for sports, NBA, MLB, whoever you want, it's not just because they want these teams to be good, which obviously they do, but with revenue sharing and stuff. Now the Pirates are getting a cut of all this money the Dodgers are spending.
Yeah, a bit of it, but they're not getting the merchandising. They don't get all the cut of it.
No. But they
They get some. It's
Yeah.
just like the NCAA, like Utah joins the Pac-12, and of course they're going to be better in BYU because now
Yeah.
they're going to have a lot more money. Even
more
though I'm
exposure,
sure-
more exposure.
more
People are going to
exposure.
want to go to the Pac-12 team versus. I don't even know where BYU plays. Where does BYU play? Mountain West?
Well, look, because I think with I don't know what they play. I think they're independent, aren't they?
Oh yeah, they are independent, but just in football, right?
I don't know.
I think
I'm
it's
not
just-
much. I'm not much of a fan anymore. But anyway, like the setup. What's nice about this though, what's cool is that no matter wherever you move, the pivot keeps you the same amount from the mic.
Yeah, that is cool. I like that.
And then what's another cool thing is that you could have I'm trying to create this room where I can put a camera anywhere, and it still is a cool background.
Oh, that'd be
Like
cool.
I could put a camera this way, and it would still nothing. Put my dartboard right there. So
Where
the
you-
dartboard will be right
We're
here.
gonna put your Grateful Dead over there by the door. or
I'm gonna
something?
create like a little frame for it, and then put some lights in there. So, because you don't get to see how cool it is
without
the light.
without the
coming
light
through.
behind it. Yeah, for
When
sure.
the light comes out, it's just like.
What you need like a pop-up table or maybe something like shoots out of here. Anytime we have an argument, we settle it with arm wrestling. All right, time to arm wrestle.
Well, I do see. So Elisa's got this tripod that's cool. That I can do a thing here, so I can do a tarot card. So I'll do my tarot card readings on here,
You can put the camera like facing down.
down like that.
That's
So
cool.
it's just like that. So then I can do my tarot.
Yeah, that's cool.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a daily tarot reading.
You've never done a tarot reading for me.
Well, because I don't know if that's against your religion or not.
I don't know. Tarot reading is?
I'll do a tarot reading.
Yeah,
right
do
now.
it. Why would that be against my religion?
All right. I just did.
I mean, you're not gonna like put a curse on me or anything.
Look,
That's what I mean.
look. This is my version of a blessing.
Perfect.
Okay.
Good.
Like whatever power
I could
I
use
used to summon up to, because I used to give like heartfelt blessings, man.
I could use a good tarot blessing.
Yeah, honestly, like, look, I don't know where you fall in the belief of, like, when I was a believer, there was the side of me that believed that the priesthood at first, like, it was miraculous, like you could heal someone. And then I started realizing I think it's more of just offering comfort and offering, like, a good frame of mind. I think most of the time bodies are resilient and we live. So the odds are they're probably going to live.
Yeah.
Because if they're in such a state of that they might not live, you're not going to be able to get in there and give them a blessing. Right?
Yeah, typically, yeah.
So the odds are forever in your favor, is what I'm saying. So for me, that's one thing that I kind of miss about being in a formal religion, is having, like, a sense of someone that you could go to for, help.
Yeah.
Ecclesiastical or help, like, in that way, like a spiritual guidance. So for me now, like, I would never go to, like, a bishop for guidance, because I don't want ecclesiastical guidance. I would go for a spiritual guidance.
Yeah.
But the guidance they would give me wouldn't work, right? Because I already have an attitude and an idea about it. So that's why I turned to tarot, because there's, like, what am I gonna do with my kids? Like, I miss that my dad would. I miss those moments where my dad, like, had to sit there and kind of, like, I go and say, hey, I'm having trouble with this, so it kind of forced him to kind of think about my situation. So anyway, now I can do this with my girls. So instead of giving them blessings,
Do they love when you do tarot readings?
all of loves them.
Lucy doesn't?
Lucy doesn't have the patience, but then when she gets into it, she can't get enough of it.
Yeah.
Except for she'll have a limit, like 4 cards.
How many cards are there typically in a tarot reading?
It depends.
There's no
So
like, set.
so here's what I would say. So to do a tarot reading, you're the seeker. So what are you seeking? Like, what is what's a question or a concern or something that you just that has been on your mind that you need some guidance with?
Should I kick out tenant number 3?
Okay, perfect. Okay, let's do that. Tenant number 3. I'm gonna do 3 cards. Okay. The first card's gonna be kind of about tenant number 3, where she is in her personal life.
Okay.
Tenant number 2 is gonna be why you would need to consider kicking her out, and number 3 is gonna be the outcome.
Okay, let's do this. This will be great.
All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let you. I don't want to be like the one that's in charge of the cards, so you kind of just.
Well, I don't know how this goes. So yeah,
I'm sure.
you
I'm
tell me
sure.
what
I'm
to
sure.
do.
Just feel them.
Do I need to shuffle or anything?
No, you can shuffle them around, or pick 3 random cards for me. Shuffle them. You do what you want. Because here's the thing in life, have you ever seen a wreck happen, like right in front of you?
Mm-hmm.
So what if you left the house 5 seconds earlier?
I probably would have been in it.
Okay, so life's all about chances, right? And they're just random things. So what you're doing right now.
Just randomizing.
Well, it randomizes it, but it also becomes your random. It's not my random.
Do you want me to just
However you
grab
want to do
3?
it. However you want to do. Yeah,
Because I don't know what they all mean anyway, so I could even look at them, but I don't
Yeah.
know.
No, yeah, you can look. You're gonna look at them all. We're just gonna go.
There's one.
There's the first. This is her.
There's 2.
This is YA.
There's the
This
outcome.
is the outcome. All right, so let's go with her. Okay, let's see what's going on with her. Okay. Wow, 10 of Swords. Just look at the image. What comes up to mind? When
Jeez,
this is her. This is her.
It's either that she is stabbing a lot of people in the back, that she's
Could
doing a lot of bad things, or she's the one getting screwed over.
So what
a bunch
swords?
of-
What? Just so you know, swords represents rational thought, reason.
Okay.
So in terms of her, what's going on? You think with like I'm just looking at this 10. What do you see with the guy? I mean, what's happening with all this reason, all this stuff?
It's screwing him. Like he's just.
Well,
getting-
he just almost feels stuck. He's bogged down by the stress of these swords, which was rational thought. So I think I mean, and I know her a little bit, but you called her and told her not to put stuff out, and then 2 minutes later she put stuff out.
Yeah.
So this woman, not only is she not thinking rationally, she knows how to think rationally, but she's not because she's face down and just is reacting to whatever's going on.
Yeah, I definitely think that that's true for her because she just kind of tells me what I want to hear at the moment and does
Yeah.
what she needs to do to get by. Yeah.
Yeah, she knows what she's doing, but even though she knows that she can be kicked out, and it's like she needs to be woken up. So first of all, don't, if you have to kick her out, you're not the problem.
Yeah.
Right? That's just sucks for her.
Yeah.
All right, that's her. All
Okay.
right. Why you should kick her out, or were you feeling that? This is the second one was what you were feeling.
What was the second one? Her, and then the third was the outcome. What was-
Outcomes what's going to happen and how it's going to be. The second one I think is this is just dealing with you in the situation.
Okay.
Eight of Pentacles. This is actually pretty interesting. Okay, Pentacles, just so you know, which is what I would have. I mean, Pentacles is success in earthly possessions,
Oh, okay.
and an 8 means, if you look at it, you've got some you like, I think of this in terms of your apartment complex, right? You have this apartment complex. You're finally getting to the point where you're not making money, but you're like, soon you're gonna be like, dude, this is like, you see that it's compounding.
Yeah, building equity.
So this money isn't yours to go spend. Yeah, but you're just building it. And if you look at it, what's he doing right there?
Making the 8th one.
Exactly.
Which
So
I have 7 rentals, and this is my Heber, the 8th one I just bought.
did you really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know I bought one.
Yeah, but I didn't know you had 7.
Yeah,
But-
there's
but-
7
So
in
there you
there.
go. So there's your synchronicity with it.
Yeah.
There's your
That's awesome.
so there's your personal connection to it. So for
Yeah.
whatever happened, you saw the 7 and then the 8. So for me, this is a business, and she's got her own thing she's dealing with, and this is a business. And moving forward, what kind of landlord do you want to be? Like, if you start making exceptions for her, like, this is a good time to be like, look. And what I would say is that 8th one is I would really focus on your rental agreement and just be kind of like looking at them and being like, hey, look, these are the agreements. You're not doing this.
Yeah.
And do it friendly.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is,
You're probably already doing some of that.
like, I agree. I don't want to get walked all over. So like you said, like you kind of have to put your foot down at some point, but I also don't want to be a dick. Like, I'm trying to walk that
Well,
happy ground, right?
But why did you do this?
To make money, for sure, 100%.
And you've helped this lady out, and you haven't been unreasonable.
Yeah.
Even though she's being, that's another thing. She might feel like you're doing that to her if you kick her out, but these are reason. This is your own action. Like, this is stuck to you. This isn't me. If you were paying my rent on time,
Yeah, if you
and
weren't
you were
late
pulling
every
stuff out on the
Yeah.
side, and if you weren't, I didn't have
Breaking
to like
windows,
have these.
breaking doors.
If-
Like, she's done
Yeah.
more than all my other tenants
The
combined.
swords those are the evidence that is piled up against her.
Yeah.
Right. So here's the outcome. Very, very good. Oh, look at this.
Death
Dude,
card.
this is awesome. I mean, this is awesome. You get it. I think I jumped the gun on what I just said before. This is your chance now. The ace is the start. So you're kicking her out, but this is also the start of you becoming more of a landlord and kind of having to deal with some of the stuff that you didn't anticipate, you didn't really want to deal with. Well, welcome to the club, but now you're on that journey and you get one big token. Like, you're going to get somebody, you're going to be able to fill it. It's not like, if you look at that image, it's not like
Yeah. No.
there's no hope. Like, it's just the start of the journey of really, like, and you already have, but I guess what I'm trying to say is, I think that you won't moving forward, you're not going to find yourself you'll find yourself in different situations.
Sure.
But you won't find yourself in a situation where you have to, like, feel awkward about a conversation. Because if you just go, like I was saying, I would just go back to the agreement and just say, look, I've talked to you 6 times now on this. Look at the text.
Yeah.
I don't know what more you want me to do. I'm going to have to ask you to be out by next month. And so if you just kind of come up with, hey, after 6 or 5 or whatever your number is, that's my advice to you moving forward. Because then you go to the book, you don't have to worry, and then you can make exceptions, obviously.
Right.
Look, I know your mom died. You know, don't tell anybody, but you know, that's the kind of stuff that you can do to build trust. All right, so there's your tarot card
It's
reading.
awesome.
Yeah, see, was that Satan?
No, I didn't.
That's so evil.
I wasn't worried about it.
I know
anyway.
it, but I was raised that this was so evil.
I mean, would my mom think it is? Maybe, I don't know, but
You should tell her to watch and ask her.
oh man, she would. She's just not. She's just not there, Jeffrey. Like it's not the same.
Yeah.
Not the same woman, unfortunately.
See, I'm glad like I said, I'm sad that I might have not carried on a relationship with a lot of people in my life, but in some situations like this, it's nice because I gotta remember people
Yeah,
at a certain place. You know?
it's true.
Yeah. No, but that, I mean, look, let's see what the score of the game is real quick. Oh, this is a pretty good game. Well, let's talk about, first of all, so anyway, there's your tarot reading. Yeah, that's how simple it is. But I have only done people I know, other than what I did on the comedy club.
Yeah.
But I don't think it'd be that, like, honestly, I think if you just kind of have a little conversation, they're going to be dropping hints.
Yeah, for sure.
So you just got to be in tune. You know?
Let them do a lot of the talking. Let them do a lot of the discovery for you.
Well, let them give you a context, and then let them talk a little bit at first and give probing questions, and then they're paying you to like make them feel better about themselves.
Sure.
I mean, really, they're just seeking spiritual guidance, and for whatever reason, they didn't get it from Jesus or from Buddha or from
Yeah, from
whatever.
Wherever
So now
everyone
they're
else
going.
gets it.
Now they're going to a different source. So you know, you have to be. I mean, that's as cheesy as it sounds, a big responsibility.
yeah. No, it is. If people are really relying on it for that purpose, then yeah, that's a huge responsibility.
Yeah, even if they don't fully believe it, they believe it enough where they're, you know.
To come to pay you for it. I mean,
Yeah. So for me, like I'm not, and when I say this, I'm not looking to get into doing. Well, look, at some point, if someone wanted to pay me to do an online virtual reading, and I got paid like $25 for a 10-minute reading, I would do that all day.
yeah, for sure.
Oh, how's it going, Peter? Peter from San Francisco.
It'd be awesome.
Yeah, but I watch because I go and watch some of them, and there's just no one like me doing them. Let's just put it that way.
Entertaining.
Well, there's some entertaining ones,
Yeah.
but they're either hot yoga chicks or weird hippies with man buns. I mean, that's what your options are, you know. So for me, you're gonna get just a guy. Yeah, I have a beard, but that's about the only thing that makes me stick out as different.
Yeah.
Right.
I think I can relate to that.
Well, yours is different. Yours is like mine's within like mine's. Here's the difference between you and mine. Your beard and my beard. My beard is I have a tattoo on the sleeve, and I hide it. And yours is just a full
The sleeves.
both arms, sleeves, and the legs. You're just like, yeah, check it out. Versus, oh, cool, you have a beard. Oh, you have your beard. Like people will see it from like 5 aisles away at Costco and be like,
I know.
oh.
That's the problem is people recognize me everywhere. Which I don't know if that's a problem or not, but it could be. Like if I was doing stupid stuff or
Yeah, if you weren't
illegal
if
stuff.
if you had some enemies.
like so for example, I'm at Backyard Taco Chandler like a week ago. And of course I'm in the back, so I'm working. As I'm walking out towards the lobby, the dining area, one of the employees stops me and says, I think I recognize you from somewhere. And I said, probably from here, you know, I'm here all the time. He's like, no, I recognize you from somewhere else. And I'm wearing a mask, but still see all my beard.
Yeah.
He's wearing a mask. I can't. He's just like a 17-year-old Mexican kid, so I don't know. Can't tell the difference between him and anybody else. And he's like, no, I know I recognize you from somewhere. Does your son play baseball? I said, yeah, he does. He says, oh, do you know Tico? I'm like, oh yeah. Tico was on Vin's baseball team like 3 years ago. Now he's on another team in the same league. And he says, Tico's my brother. I said, oh, okay, cool. You know,
That's
see you
cool,
later.
though.
Yeah, but it made me think. It's crazy because of this beard, which like, I think most people when they see it think I'm trying to make some huge statement or that
Yeah.
I'm super attached to it. I'm really not. I just don't like shaving and.
Well, it's just like think about this. If we have like a brush encounter with a celebrity, it's a big deal for like holy crap.
Yeah.
That's their life always.
Yeah, always.
So they're always just people recognizing them. So what? I don't even know what my point is. I don't know what my point was, but
It's funny how different, depending on each celebrity, how they handle those situations, right? Like one of the best I ever had. I'm sad I can't think of his name right now, but the guy that played Jerry Seinfeld's dad in Seinfeld.
yeah, Ben Stiller's dad.
No, that's George's dad.
Oh, that's right.
I'm talking about Jerry's
Oh,
dad.
that guy's funny too.
Yeah, he is funny. And I ran into him in the Houston airport, like in 06. And Houston's huge, you know, and so we're like on one of the trams going from one terminal to the next. And I was with this girl's family that I was dating at the time and stuff. And so we're in this tram, and right from me to you is Jerry Seinfeld's dad, right? And
How many people would have recognized? Probably a lot.
yeah, probably quite a few, especially at that time.
Because
I mean,
Seinfeld.
that was a couple of years later, after the finale and stuff. But I think a decent number would have. But it was just me and like one of her brothers that did, and everyone's like, "No, it's not. It's not." At the time, I could remember his name, which is for me, it's a lot better to say, "Hey, are you so and so?" versus "Are you Jerry Seinfeld's dad in the
Yeah.
show?" Because
Yeah,
then
I
it's
know
much
who
more
you
personable,
are.
right?
I know you are, and I know your name.
not just your character, right?
Yeah.
And so he's like, "Yeah," but he was wearing the same freaking glasses, dude. He was wearing the glasses.
He probably
Cle-
just
clearly wanted to be recognized, right? I assume.
Or he's just him, and he's at an age where he just doesn't care. Like,
Yeah.
I'll pay me because a lot of those old comedians, because those were like a lot of like what's like even with Curb, he went and got a lot of the old comedians.
Yeah, that he doesn't work with and staying
Yeah,
that
just
next
like
to. Yeah.
just or like that was their generation growing up listening to these comedians.
Yeah. So this guy in the airport. So we talk the whole tram over. Then as we get out, we're kind of talking, and we talk honestly for probably 10, 15 minutes.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And then I said, "Hey, do you want to go catch a bite with us? Do you want to go sit down and eat?" And he says, "Are you paying or me?" And I said, "Oh, I'll totally pay, 100%." He's like, "I would," but he said his flight was leaving
That's
20
awesome.
minutes or whatever. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. I don't know.
That'd
But
be
still,
cool.
he spent 10, 15 minutes with me.
Yeah. No, and I think that if people, like I told you about my Randy Johnson story, right? Randy Johnson's like, remember when he went to the Yankees and like
Yeah.
the reporter like within the first couple of days, like gets in his face and like shoves the camera.
Yeah.
That dude was not a friendly dude.
No.
But when I ran into him at the photography at Tempe Camera, and instead of saying anything about baseball, I was just like, "Hey, I like your photography. I really like that picture you took in Africa of that kid." What? He comes in, he starts, he like bends down on my car, says hi to Olive. She was like maybe 3 or 4.
Yeah, it's because you showed you were interested in him and not just like what everybody else in the world ever has recognized him for.
Yeah.
You went beyond that.
Well, yeah, I saw, and it was only because I had seen an ESPN
Well, that's
story
awesome.
on it,
Okay.
and then I went and checked out his website.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome.
Because that's what's cool about our day and age now. If you're watching TV and they talk about someone, you can just get on the internet right then and look
Yeah.
at it and be like, educate yourself on even further. So yeah, so that was, so but yeah, I mean, I think celebrities. Well, I think that. I mean, just think about, imagine, like I saw today, a headline on a news page that Zuckerberg was hunting wild boar. So the guy from Facebook is hunting wild boar, and that's enough to be on a news
yeah,
story.
that's an article. Like that's a headline.
Like, can you imagine
Who
that?
cares?
Like, if you're just wanting to go hunting, all of a sudden it's a news story.
Yeah, I
Like,
can't imagine that.
Like that's the kind of like that like I think at some point people fantasize about fame, but at some point, especially nowadays where everyone has a camera, everyone wants a little bit of fame, everything can go viral, and if you react in a negative
Yeah,
way, it's going to
for
go
sure.
more viral than if you do positive.
Yeah.
So if these people always have to be on their best behavior, I couldn't. If I were a celebrity, I'd be like these guys. I'd be like a Randy Johnson or Alec Baldwin. Like I would at some point get that
Snap.
effing
Yeah, just
camera out of my
snap.
face.
I would too, for sure.
Like I wouldn't be able to handle it.
Oh, yeah, I'd be the same way for sure. Yeah, dude, it's you were talking about Mark Zuckerberg and stuff. It reminded me of. Did you ever watch the show that Seinfeld did? Comedians in cars drinking coffee.
Yeah,
Did
yeah.
you ever watch that?
Yeah, yeah, for
Did
sure.
you see the one with Obama?
No, because
You didn't see that one?
Obama's not a comedian.
He was funny in it.
Yeah, well,
He was funny in it.
Obama is funny, actually.
Yeah, and he was
I
really
might
good.
have. I think I might have seen that one.
It was awesome, but it's really cool because Seinfeld in the episode tries to leave the White House with him
Yeah.
in the car, and so they go to like leave the gate, and Secret Service is like, "You can't leave." He's like, "But I'm the president,"
I saw that.
and they're like, "We don't care. You can't leave." So Seinfeld's like, they back up. He's like, "Just get in the trunk." Tries to get him to like hide in the trunk, but the best part about it is Obama was talking about exactly what you're saying, right? The worst part of being president or being famous is that he no longer has the anonymity to slip through the crowd, right?
Yeah.
And he said something to Seinfeld like, "You know what I'm talking about, right? It's horrible." And Jerry says, "No, I actually really like it. Like I remember what it used to be like not to be famous and not to be well known and not to be rich. I like this lifestyle a lot
Because
better."
everybody loves Seinfeld.
It's true. So like, how often does he come across like a heckler or someone
Yeah,
that like
he's not coming
hates
to
him?
someone that hates him because he's a
Everyone loves him.
because they're Republican and white.
Yeah, everyone loves him. So I know exactly, but it's funny because his reaction, you would think at least like the humble answer would be like, "Yeah, you know, I don't super love being recognized everywhere," but he's like, "No, it's just freaking great."
Yeah.
So his answer was
Of
awesome.
course. That guy can go and he can go to any car shop in America and go, "Can I test drive that car?"
Of course.
And they'd be like, "Yeah, for
Well,
sure."
That and the fact that he has the money that he could
If
buy it on the spot if
Like,
he
look,
wanted
if
to.
I break it, I'll buy it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I love that show though, and like I said, Obama's episode was really good. It's actually one of my favorite episodes.
Well, like Obama was, you know what's cool about Obama? Like he connected with the counterculture
yeah,
in a
definitely.
cool way. Like he was on Between Two Ferns. He did Mark Maron's podcast, like in his garage. So he like went and did these like not mainstream media kind of outlets. He like honored
to like the grassroots.
well, the comedians
Yeah.
and like, you know, I mean, I think a lot of presidents have did Johnny Carson and all that, but not like he did. And, I mean, that resonated with a generation.
Definitely.
Like, you know what's funny is I wasn't really an Obama supporter. I've never been. I guess I'm just a critic of anyone that's a president.
Yeah, that's pretty much how I am. I don't really like any of them.
Yeah, Biden. Honestly, Biden for me is pretty like
Bland.
exactly,
Yeah.
and I like it. To be honest with you, it's nice.
Hey, well, it's a nice
It's nice
contrast
not-
to what we just had.
Or even with Obama, it was intense with Obama for 8 years.
Yeah.
Like you saw a country like grow in its ability. Like look where we are now with Black Lives Matter, and you know, and talking about like the social injustices. Even they didn't talk about it when Obama was president.
Yeah.
Like they didn't like now it's because of Obama. It gave the Black American voice a lot of validity, I think.
Yeah, I'm sure that, yeah. I mean,
And I think that the white and the mainstream white, and especially like the counterculture and the people that are liberal people, open minded a little bit more, they embrace that, and that's where our country's going. That's what's interesting with like, church stuff, because I got into a Facebook spat with someone that was in my ward.
so I'm not on Facebook.
Well, he was.
Yeah.
He used to be like the ward mission leader when I was in this ward over here, and he always kind of rubbed me the wrong way. And for some reason, I decided that I saw his name come up on Facebook. You know, it has like suggestions or whatever. For whatever reason, I found myself on his page, and it was like every post was just driving me nuts.
Yeah.
Because it was just like I could just. It's like I was looking at him as the lens of like the spiritual giant that he proclaims to be at church. But then I was reading all of his posts that were just like the one that I got in the war was he said something about the Biden border crossers. And I was like, did you check all their IDs? And I didn't really read the whole story. It turns out like they were helping out the border patrol, but I didn't read that. But just that he put Biden border, crossers, I was just like, that's a race. To me, that's racist. I go. Your racism is on full display. Ooh. Boom, man. These people and people I know coming at me, right? And then I was like, talking about Christ-like and all this stuff, and I was like, it's interesting you say Christ-like, and I went after like what? Anyway, I kind of got out. I kind of attacked religion a little bit, the LDS Church, and And to make a long story short, I was supposed to have lunch with a guy.
The guy?
One of the guys. No, not the guy, but one of the guys that, like, we never really went out of it. That guy kind of came in after his friends jumped on to his defense, and then he put something like GTOF, get the F off my page or something. And I'm like, he says something like that, like, oh, another anti-Mormon liberal. And it was like, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, make your page private then. You come attack me on my page, I'm going to make it up private. I'm like, I'll continue to post then. And then he blocked me. But I took a bunch of I took all the screenshots before because I was like, I know he's going to block me at some point. But because when he put that GOF, I put, get the F out of here. Okay. See, he goes, oh, you're assuming that's what it was? It's Portuguese for this. And I was like, okay. Like, that's why he jumped me off. So anyway, we're going to have a debate about, and the reason why I'm bringing this up is that we're going to have a debate about what I think's wrong with America right now. And it's the religious right.
It's social media.
Both. It's a combination. But to me, what's wrong with America right now is that there's an attack on the freedom of, or on the idea of separation of state and church. Like, that's not, like, we have people like our own cousin that is trying to defend religious rights, and I think that they should have none. They shouldn't be getting any tax exemption. They should be treated like businesses that they are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think the tax exemption thing, I have no problem with it not being that way.
Yeah, but so anyway, my point was that so he wants to like we're gonna have a conversation. I tried to get him to do this, but he didn't want to be on video. He's too private. I'm like, I just don't think you want me
With
to.
who?
This guy from my board.
Oh.
I was in the
Yeah.
attack, like the fight
Yeah.
with. But at least this guy is like willing to have a conversation.
Sure.
You know.
Yeah, like the reason I said social media is because Vin, 3 years ago, would like get on Jill's Instagram and say, "Oh, Mom, why do you only have 16 likes? Or why do you only have 45
Yeah.
likes?" I'm like, the freak, who cares? Like, at the age of 7, he was worried about like how many likes were being posted to, Jill's Instagram post or
Well,
whatever.
that's the world we live in.
That's crazy. It's sad. But so what I was gonna say.
Sad or is it just human nature evolving in a way now? Because we all want validation.
I think it's sad that we care that people, how many likes we have or how many friends we have on social media. Like,
Yeah, but I
it's sad.
think what it comes to is that makes people feel like they feel valid. So for me, the problem isn't social media. Social media just exacerbates the problem, which is people don't get enough first of all, people don't know how to self-validate, and they don't get validation from other people.
Yeah.
And then social media makes it seem worse because if you get popular, or someone's popular, now you're comparing yourself to
Mm-hmm.
Well, why? Like, even with family stuff, like, well, why are you why'd you guys have a party and not invite us?
Yeah.
Well, because we didn't think we can't invite the whole world.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's like,
Yeah,
no, I agree. I think people are jealous.
Yeah, I can tell you. So when I was in Hawaii, I haven't been on Facebook very long. It wasn't until I probably went out to Hawaii that I got on Facebook. So I was only on Facebook for like 2 years or so. And there was this guy, his name's Kyle Poulter, out in Hawaii. And he's a nice enough guy. Like, when we would see each other, we lived like in the same building. So when we'd see each other, we'd talk, we'd be friendly. But after I left Hawaii, on Facebook, he just posted. And whether it was liberal or right wing or whatever, I didn't even care. It's just that he was that's all he posted, right? It was just political. It got to the point, like, I hated him. Seriously, like, deep hatred. And so I was like, and I would try and go back and remember, like, conversations we had and, like, humanize him a little bit more instead of just being this, like, political poster. And so finally I was like, okay, I'm done with Facebook. Like, if this is how Facebook makes me feel,
Yeah.
and takes me to, like, I don't want to be on here. And I haven't been on Facebook in 9 years.
I think I'm gonna jump off. I think I'm gonna get off because I think Facebook is the one where I mean, I think it's good for like business stuff,
Yeah.
but like even with what I'm gonna try to do with like record podcasts and just doing this kind of stuff, I'm not doing it to get a lot of likes. Like at this point, I'm just doing it for my own.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah.
And I think that once I get into a groove and start figuring it out, but like for me, this seems a lot more. I like this environment for podcasts more than like a table or the big mics right in your face. I like this.
Yeah.
Because this is kind of comfortable.
Yeah. I think it's great.
I think what we should do, seriously, we should try it. We should try like the next Suns game. We should just do a live broadcast and be like, hey guys, if you want to watch, you can watch the game, but you can just have like your phone on and you can listen to this commentary with Jonathan and Jeff.
Do you know what my nightmare is? My
What?
nightmare is for the Suns and the Clippers to play each other in the Western Conference Finals.
That'd be awesome.
Because those are like the two teams
That
I want
you guys
to
have
never
owned?
that I want to yeah, exactly, that I want to never win, because what I can always say to Suns fans or Clippers fans when you beat us in a series, I can say, yeah, you know what? Of course we wanted to win. We never want to lose. So I'm not one of those fans pretend like I'm not upset. I totally wanted to win.
Yeah.
However, I do find some comfort in having 17 NBA championships to the 0 the Clippers have and to the 0 the Suns have. Like, there's some comfort there.
Where's the comfort?
It feels great. And
But how does,
granted,
how
a lot
does
of
your
those.
dominance make you feel comfort?
It's-
I don't think comfort's the right word.
No, well, I mean, comfort in the fact, comfort from losing a week ago to the Suns.
Oh, I get what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying.
This is your consolation prize.
Right, exactly.
Okay,
Like,
then that
sure, of
makes-
course, I wanted to win, but it would feel a lot worse if I was a Suns fan. I just lost to the Lakers, and I'm watching them potentially go for their 18th championship while I'm sitting
Oh,
at home
yeah.
with 0.
But
So
but look, as a Suns fan,
and it's not like I'm a Celtics fan where I would have only been alive for like 2 championships that I even remember. Granted, I wasn't alive for 17, but I don't really remember 85.
yeah, but you're also you.
So 87, 88, 2000, 2001, 2002, 2009, 2010, and 2020. I can remember 8 of the 17 championships.
That's what I'm saying. But
Personally.
but you were born in to
Yeah.
a big market team.
Yeah, and how grateful I am for that.
That's awesome.
I
But
know,
like for
because-
me, I mean,
know.
I could have been a Cubs fan
So for
or a Braves, and I was a Braves fan. for a
so
while.
so for friends like you, there's a small part of me that does pull for the Suns.
Thank you.
However, for every one of you, there's 375 of the other.
So I still don't want you to have it, Jeff.
No, because my relationship with you is more important than the one to the 375.
So what it is with one person, you'll find a little bit of joy for that one person that got it, but you'll still feel a lot more joy. You'll feel a little animosity towards 375, which will fuel you when the Lakers beat them again.
That's
Then-
true,
then
but
it'll be like, ah.
but the older I get, and whether you want to call it maturity or what, I start leaning more towards finding joy in your happiness, even though it's the Suns. I'm finding more. In fact, a good friend of mine taught me this, and it was hard because he's an Alabama fan, and I freaking hate Alabama. But I've finally started, at least at the end of the season. Inevitably, Alabama's going to be there and probably going to win.
Yeah.
At least I find some joy. I'm like, well, at least Josh is freaking happy again.
Yeah. Or it's send them a text like
Yeah.
congratulations.
Yeah, and
Like,
it's
I
actually
usually-
helped. It's actually helped me, like, because I used to just be so bitter and so angry, but now it's at least given me like, okay, as horrible to me as the situation is, at least I can reach out to a friend that's exuberant and it's super happy about it,
Yeah.
and say, hey, well done. Well, way to win 8 of the last 10. Good job.
Well, that's you.
Yeah, I mean, not quite to that extreme, but yeah, I mean, like I said, the fact that
The Lakers.
I'm 40 and I can remember 8 championships, I mean,
Yeah.
that's pretty.
And then you take Josh, like, right? Like, this is what's so funny about Josh. And then his favorite football team happened to be the 49ers, who were a juggernaut at the time. Steve Young. And,
How did him? It was him, Jacob, and Joseph were all 49er fans.
Well, I think because they were winning, and it was Steve Young.
But no, because even before Steve Young, It was before Steve Young. I mean, Steve Young fell into it also later.
Yeah.
But this was either he wasn't even on the team or he was the backup to Joe Montana for a long time.
Yeah, he was.
I know, that's what I'm saying. So I don't think Steve Young played that big of a part.
And plus,
it probably
you guys
had more
were
to do with the
you guys
fact they
were
were winning.
BYU fans.
No, I told you the other day I hated BYU. I still kind of do. Like,
That's
it's
what. Well,
just-
Josh never liked BYU, and then he goes there.
I know.
He's still not a fan.
And I went to BYU
Is he?
Hawaii, which I don't associate the two, even
No.
though they're like
I don't-
sister.
No, heck no.
Yeah.
I would love to see Josh wearing a BYU shirt. I've never seen Josh in a BYU shirt. I don't think. Have
Sure.
you?
Not that I remember.
You don't think that?
Not that I remember, but
I'm sure that every time
He
they've
probably
had,
has one.
like the 5 kids they've had, like the 5 times they've had sex. he was,
I bet some of their kids.
I bet. Hopefully, Josh. Hope you're not watching.
I bet some of their kids have BYU stuff. I bet that's the case.
Well,
Cause
that's what I'm
did she
saying.
go there too?
Yeah.
She went there. Yeah.
Yeah,
So I
of course,
guarantee
that's
they
what I
have
meant.
stuff.
Right.
No, they met
Oh,
here. Yeah, they met here like a singles ward or something. But she went to BYU.
That's right. They didn't meet there.
Yeah. But yeah, so I could see. I don't think I've ever seen Josh in BYU shirt.
I haven't either. But I haven't.
You know-
I like to see him wearing a Texas hat and a BYU shirt.
He swears he's not a Texas fan,
Yeah, but he's not even a USC fan anymore. So what does it matter?
I've had.
Is he a Dodgers fan?
Yeah, well, that's the only thing I ever
Is he a Lakers
get
fan?
text from. I don't know. I mean, probably like if he had to pick one, but the Dodgers are the one that he's I think hung on to.
Oh, my camera's off. Now it's just audio.
Battery died again, or did it
No.
just like go to sleep?
Hey, there you are.
Just me.
Just you.
Tina Fey is one that I never liked. I never liked Tina Fey.
I never liked her either until 30 Rock.
30 Rock I started to like a little bit more. Alec Baldwin is so great in that.
Yeah, he is.
He is so great in that.
So I think this is like looking pretty. Like I think it's working, man.
Yeah, I think it is too.
All right. Well, we can turn off. I feel good about the system now. And we got one in. But then we can just watch the game and still hang out. Unless you gotta go. But I feel good. So now I'm gonna hit stop.